Nah. My screen froze, but I didn't even get a jam out to the music. I'm so upset. That's like my chill mode right before we start the show. But
Hell, I got to hear it.
lucky you. Well, anyways, I'm Twisted Daniel, and this is Thomas Tennessee Flatbetter in the house,
What's going
and
on, all?
Thomas decided he wanted to talk about TNT trainers today. What's the
I
lowdown on
did.
TNT trainers?
Nice for throwing me under the bus.
That's what TNT trainers do to you? What you got for TNT trainers, man? This is your live tonight. Let's hear it.
Once again, nice for throwing me under the bus. I didn't even know the day's schedule.
Hey, a couple weeks ago, you said, "Hey, on our next Thursday night, I'll talk about TNT trainers," and then we got distracted, and now here we are. You said you wanted to let it all loose about TNT trainers. Let's hear it.
Oh, it'll be a short live. My views on TNT trainers, I think they need to stop whining and do their jobs, train the students when they get them. And then when they get ours, let them do something, show them how to back up. I can go forever and ever on it.
Let's hear it. Get it all out. Tell me some experience of students that hit you up that had TNT trainers, either good or bad.
Uh, well, one person was my brother-in-law, and he sent me pictures of what his truck looked like. And he couldn't even sit in the passenger seat. There was a TV in it. There was piss bottles all over piss jugs all over the place. This complete dirt all over. And then didn't teach him nothing, no backing, no let him do any pre-trip, and then made him stay in his truck. When he went home, instead of getting him a hotel room or even taking him home, he made him stay in his truck. So,
About good TNT trainers, what you hear about good? What's your ideal of a good TNT trainer?
uh, letting their student do stuff, but also showing them how to do the stuff and letting them back if they have issues backing, getting out and letting them, showing them how to back, especially on tarp stuff. Um, let them do what the job's required, but be nice about it. Don't say, "Hey, you're doing this," and that's what you're going to do. Don't treat them like a workhorse. Like that's all they're in your truck to do is to make you money. You're supposed to train them while they're helping you make money.
Okay. So, TNT is always a hot topic because TNT is the hardest part of training. You got two people living in the same truck. If the truck's dirty, it's time for you to speak up and say, "Hey, we need to park somewhere, get this truck cleaned up," stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to speak up. We do. Or, you know, go if you can't speak up to that person and tell them, "Hey, the truck's filthy, like it's becoming an issue, it's nasty in here and we need to clean it up," then hit up the fleet manager and kind of get on a conference call and talk it out. That's your best line of course whenever it comes to the dirty truck. Remember, it's not the TNT trainer's only job to clean the truck. Now, whenever I had my students with me, the guys I did TNT with, we're pretty busy running TNT, so sometimes the truck wouldn't be as clean as I like it to be. But whenever it came to cleaning the truck, both of my TNT students that I did, they both said, "Hey, man, let me help you clean it up." I was like, "Nah, man, just get out of the truck. Just go on a walk or something. Get out of here." because I have a certain way I want my truck cleaned. And most of the time, it's like a 2 day process of cleaning my truck. Because what I like to do is I like to, like, I, I use a leaf blower. Some people have those little, what are they called, Tennessee? The little blowers that are hooked to the seat.
Oh, the air blower hooked up to your air line.
Yeah, some people, it has a name though. But, anyways, I like to blow everything out with a leaf blower, scrub the floor with those Swifter wet pads. Like, I like to clean the floors with those. I like to clean all the low cabinets with those. To me, it does a great job. And then I'll clean up the dash and I'll clean up the windshield and stuff. And I'll get stuff cleaned up like that. And then the next day, a lot of that stuff in the air has settled down because you're using air to blow it out. It's going to get up in the air and stuff like that, and it's going to settle down. Well, that day you need a good, that's the day that kind of you use the Armor All wipes, and you wipe down the dash and you wipe down the cabinets with the Armor All wipes, and you can put it on your floor too. Armor All wipes on the floor makes the floor really shiny. Just be careful with that because it does make it slick. But you can clean up a lot of stuff the second day after all that air in the truck settles down, and all that dust is going to settle down in that truck. And then you clean the windshields again, the windows, and you're back to it. The one thing I do hate cleaning, I'm not going to lie, the one thing I hate cleaning is that windshield. Now, what's made it a lot easier is whenever you spray it with the Windex and you get that squeegee, and a paper towel, dry off that squeegee, hit it again, and then clean up the edges with the paper towel. That squeegee works amazing on those windows. But as for a dirty truck, like, I'm not condoning anyone living with pee bottles rolling around the truck. My thing is, like, if you're driving down the road peeing in a bottle, you're getting some on the seat. Like, let's face it, somebody's getting some on the seat, somebody's getting stuff on the steering wheel. You're not pulling over to wash your hands. Is just disgusting. If you're a TNT trainer and you can't make it down the road to a truck stop to pull over to use a restroom, maybe you should reconsider being a TNT trainer. Just my opinion. Take it how you want. But at the end of the day, like, if you're gonna use the restroom in your truck, you need to be solo or by yourself. Nobody wants to live in a truck with you doing that. It's kind of bad. But as for not teaching the students anything, like, that's a time for a student to speak up. A lot of times students can follow that trainer, or, hey, just watch how they're doing it, and they can learn a lot there. But it does take you the courage to speak up. Like, how bad do you want this training? Like, speak up and say, hey, what are you doing there? Like, help me, show me how to do it. One thing I'm going to highly suggest to everybody out there, everybody coming into Prime, do not give that payroll pin to your TNT trainer. Heck, don't even give it to your PSD trainer. Nobody needs your payroll pin. And what that is when you log into the Qualcomm, you got your driver code, which that doesn't matter. They're going to see your driver code. Everyone's going to know your driver code. That's how they find you. So that's cool. But the payroll pin, and I'm real big on it too. Like, I tell my students all the time, sometimes I'll slip up and I'll be like, I'll try to see if I can catch them slipping. I'm all like, hey, what's that pin number you got? And then I'm all like, hey, don't you ever give that pin number to anybody. Like, if your TNT trainer needs into your logs for any reason at all, then tell your TNT trainer, I'll type in the code, but I want you to show me what you're doing so I know what's going on, because I want to learn how to do it myself. So if there's a reason that he has to edit something, like, find out what he's editing, how he's editing it, and stuff like that. As for a TNT trainer trying to get you to drive on his clock or him drive on your clock, that should not happen at all. Like, if that's happening, contact logs, let them know about it, because not too long ago I had to get somebody removed from a truck because of a similar situation like that. there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that go on TNT that, it just takes speaking up and getting help on that. What else, Tennessee? Like, I know I'm getting a lot into speaking up.
Well, when I was saying you said get the student to speak up, I've actually had some students tell me that they did say something or ask questions, and the trainer refused to even talk to them. They're like, said one word and then ducked back into the curtain, or
So what
not
did
even
you?
acknowledge that they were talking to them.
So what did you tell the student?
I said, then you need to start talking to your fleet manager.
Okay. Did that get the problem fixed?
They got a different trainer.
They got a different trainer. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah, definitely speak up. Like I'm dead serious, guys. Speak up. Let somebody know what you're dealing with. That way, somebody else doesn't get put in the same situation as you were in. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some amazing TNT trainers out there. Like I said, this so far this year, I don't think I've had to get any of my students. No, well, actually, we'll talk about last year. I only had like probably about 6 students that called me and complained about their TNT trainer enough to get them pulled off the truck. And, like they told me what was going on. I said, hey, this is what you need to do first. You need to talk to the person. If that doesn't work, you need to get with the fleet manager. If that doesn't work, then go to the TNT supervise the guy over TNT placement. If that doesn't work, go to the reefer dispatch. There's a big, huge chain of command you can go through. If it's an issue with logs, definitely go up to the logs department. Like, call the logs department. If it's an issue with safety that you think that it's going to be a safety concern, then the safety department, you can call them. Prime has an open door policy. So you can call any of these departments and talk to anybody. Right, Tennessee?
Oh yeah.
What you got about see, last week you said you were all going to be talking about this TNT stuff. I want to hear it, man. What's the dirt?
Yeah, and now I'm not prepared for it, so I don't have anything really to say other than I just let it all out already.
How about some of your students that had a great time on TNT? Like, they got any? You got
I've
any
had a bunch
stories?
come back and said they had a good TNT trainer. One of them, he said it had the best TNT trainer ever. Unfortunately, nobody else was going to be able to use him as a TNT trainer because he retired.
Uh yeah, that sucks. Well, with this new home time, this new pay scale and stuff like that, I put out a video the other day about a loophole in training pay, and realistically, Tennessee, if you watched the video, what was the loophole I was talking about?
Well, the loophole would be you're getting a different trainer, or you just
So
take that home time.
So when your TNT trainer goes home time and you don't want to go home time, like, it's time to say, hey, I'm not ready. I don't want to go on home time. I need to make money. I need to get this TNT done, or this TNT training done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get to my own truck, and you can get a new trainer that way. So sometimes maybe that's the best way out for you guys that are scared to speak up, or that don't want to cause any issues, or doesn't want to be like in some drama and stuff like that. Maybe that'll help out some. Gene was first in here. Gene's been having bad luck on TNT. See, that's where I got the TNT from. I saw that earlier,
Wow.
and I was like, I got Thomas on that. Let's hear about it. Greenwich says he refuses to listen until 1901, and that's because we started early last week, and he was not happy. He didn't even get to take his Geritol yet. Matt B says, "What's up, Danny? How you been?" "Oh, I'm great." Matt, how's that lease life? You doing good? Han says, "Bad luck is what? In what, Gene?" Backwoods, what's happening? Ray says president. Hans Kiersey on today. No, Hans, unfortunately not. I would love it if I could get Kiersey on here again. You know, I tried last Monday and I tried tonight, but tonight was last moment, really. You know, I was talking to her on the phone and I just said, "Hey, what you doing at 7 p.m.?" She was all like, "I'm going to be making some videos." I said, "Oh, never mind." So be looking forward to her putting out some videos, because if she doesn't, then guess what? She just gave me the cold shoulder, Hans. Trucking's what happened. Peg leg, yo, Tennessee, I have a partial leg for you. Yes, did you see that in Discord, Tennessee? He has a leg for you.
No, I didn't see that.
What's going on, Brian? Brian, when are you coming back? I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, come on, Tennessee, let it out. We're here for you. Let's hear it, Tennessee.
I pretty much did.
That's it? That was weak, man. I was expecting more. I was like dirty trucks. What else?
I just did. You don't remember any of that?
Slowpoke says, "What's up, Thursday night rollers? Greeting from Patterson, California." Brian says, "I'm not coming back out to drive. I got me a local job working for a lumber yard, going to learn flatbed." Good.
FBG.
Gooden says, "Is Prime back hiring from Florida?" Gooden, no, not yet. I mean, I haven't heard no word today, but you know, as far as we know, we're still not hiring from Florida. If you go to 51 Logistics channel, check out his channel. Wilson is hiring from Florida. So make sure you go check out his channel, send him an email, ask him all the questions you need to about Wilson. But, you know, also go back and check out that live I did with him. I mean, 51 Logistics was here on a live talking about Wilson, and it sounded pretty good. Ray says, "In Texas and trying to get in Prime training program now, already filled an application online, waiting on a response." Well, Ray, don't forget to drop that driver code on that application. I hope it's on there, man. From Texas. Where at in Texas? Are you paying? Rod says, "Hey, Twisted D, thanks for doing these live chats." Hey, man, anytime. I'm trying to get the information out there to you guys. Monday night, I'm going to have the secrets behind the weight scale with a special guest. Y'all might want to tune in Monday night for sure. Yes. See, y'all are talking about that. Slowpoke. If Prime wants to keep the 50K miles, I think it would be beneficial to these students to request a change after 30K. My two trainers were completely different personalities. And, you know, that's what we kind of talked. Like, I think the DAB board brought that in front of them before, like break it up, like 25 here, 25 there, and stuff like that. The issue with that is that some students will get on the next truck and a certain trainer will be like, "Hey, look, this is how we do it on my truck." And they're going to be like, "You know what? No, it was easier to do it my way." And they're going to be like, "Hey, it's my truck." So like you got a lot of people that are going to be trained one way. They get onto the next truck and they ain't hearing what the next trainer has to say. You know, stuff like that happens, unfortunately. What you think, Tennessee? You think they should break it up? 25?
I think they should. I don't think it should be 25, 25, 25. I think it should be the 30-20.
So what's good about the extra 5 on the first half?
You get a little bit more knowledge with that first trainer because you've already gotten to know them for that 25, and then that'll kind of hopefully break up the monotony of you just talking about coming out on it to another trainer going, "Well, I'm not going to agree with the way you're doing it. My first trainer was this way. So you break up that last 5, explaining to your student what's going to happen.
See, so you're saying that you're hoping the first trainer for the 30 is going to be the good one that teaches them everything, and then the second one is going to be like, yeah, let's kind of teach you this stuff.
No, it should be the same way across both of them.
But what you said is that extra 5K on that first truck. Hopefully they got the good training that they needed, and then when the second
that's
trainer,
not exactly what I said at all.
we got to rewind this. I wish I could rewind it. How'd you say it then?
I said that first trainer needs to explain to that student that last 5K or that 5 to the student that, hey, your next trainer is going to be a little different the way I train, but he's going to be able to teach you something different, and understand that the way it is on his truck is going to be the same way you came onto my truck. We have rules.
So the guy that teaches them first has to spend 5K of his miles working with that student, telling him, "Hey, get ready for the next guy because you need to follow his rules." So he has to do extra work.
Have to do if you're going to continue to explain it that way. I mean,
I think they should just stay on one truck for 50K miles, man. Like, I don't know. Han says, Slowpoke, not every trainer is going to have the same personality. So if you enjoy the first, why change? And that's kind of what I was looking at too. You know, could you imagine having like this great trainer that you're all like, man, we're just jiving, we're having a good time, we're boys. And then you get stuck with Tennessee Flatbedder and you're all like, this dude has piercings and, you know, he's always telling me what to do. And he had a bird and it bit me twice while I was driving down the road. And it's always squawking over there. And, you know, you're going to be like, this kind of sucks. Or vice versa. You get Tennessee's all laid back and chilled and you're having a good time jiving, and then you put you with Twisted, and Twisted is over there telling you what to do, period. You know, he's bossy. He tells you what to do every second of every day, micromanages every second, every hour. Pegleg says the biggest question to ask your scale guy is what kind of what's that word, Tennessee?
Quotas?
Oh, quotas they have. What kind of quotas they have? See, the Q throws me off, man. What kind of quotas they have. Scale guy like a DOT officer? Higher up than a DOT officer. Ray says, Houston, I just started watching your videos. Is it too late to add your driver code? I'll add it when I fill out my application at Prime. The only way you can add it now is if you get with your recruiter and tell them to add it to it. And if you do that, let me know when you come out here, because you know I love training Texas guys. I'm just saying. So you know my phone number is in the description of some of my videos. Like, shoot me a text. Because Texas guys are cool, man. I'm from Texas too, you know. I'm from Texas. I don't know, Tennessee. What you think about Tennessee guys?
The Tennessee guys are pretty cool. Texas are pretty cool. We got a Texas regional for flatbed.
Oh, nice. That's right. And you know, you also got what's it called? The South, what was that thing you were on that runs Texas, Oklahoma, and the Duke? Is that what it was called?
That's a Duke and we have an Enos dedicated. Enos, okay. Texas.
So there's some opportunities there. Yeah,
there's several dedicateds in Texas too.
Stop trying to take my Texas guys, bro. I don't like that.
FBG. Come to the dark side.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. But anyways, Greenwich Trucking says, how quickly can a student change their trainers? Is it immediately or a week or two between the two? See, like, yeah, Tennessee. What if they had to wait on their second trainer a while? Would that be
See, and I
bad?
think that's still, I was just thinking about that. It shouldn't be a mandatory thing, it should be an option.
Well, now you're giving people options.
So it should be an option. If you like your trainer, maybe you want to stick with them. If you've got good knowledge, but you're not getting good vibes with your trainer, that's where we get a lot of students wanting to quit. Is that
Uh,
vibe?
hey, turn your computer down a little bit. I hear myself coming across. Just a little bit, bro. Rod says I need to get you as my PSD instructor in the end of April time frame. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know from now, the next couple of weeks to the end of the year, I'm open because nobody has been texting me saying, "Hey, I'm coming to Springfield. I need a trainer." Like I haven't got one in a while, so I'm definitely open right now. I just got a guy this week from Tennessee that's a B shirt. I still like that shirt. But I just got a guy from Tennessee. He put me down on the application as a referral and they called me up. And I had two guys that put me down for a referral this week. I only had room for one on my truck. And unfortunately, neither one of them texted me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be here this week." So, like, I had two names and, like, I was all like, well, the first name's easier to remember. So, like, I said the first name that they told me, and, they said, like the supervisor was all like, "He's yours," because he put you down as a referral. So I was like, cool. So now it's kind of like if you don't feel like texting me, but you put me down as a referral, you still kind of have an option of ending up with me anyways. It just works out better if you text me and let me know the date you're coming here, and it makes it easier. Tennessee, how long is your flatbed campus?
Okay, so
Camps.
once you upgrade from PSD or TNT to your own truck, we have a 2-day one in Springfield, and I need to find out more information because I guess one of our other terminals actually have a flatbed boot camp.
Oh,
So
I
I
thought
need to
that was
find
only
out
at
more information on
Springfield.
that. Hey, don't burn your beard.
Oh, you see the fire?
Yeah.
I thought that Springfield was the only place that did the training like that.
Yeah, I heard that there's an actual flatbed boot camp in one of our other terminals, so I need to get some more information on that.
So what I'm doing is I haven't had that candle lit for very long. I'm gonna tell you what, like, I wish they sponsored me because, like, this company right here, Circle E candles, right? This one's the leather one. Smells freaking amazing in here. It smells like a fresh, like, cut leather. It smells amazing. So, anyways, I saw a package come to the door the other day, and my wife's been ordering these candles, and they're made down in Fredericksburg, Texas. And I saw a box come in the mail the other day that had a bunch of candles in it. So I was all like, man, I want me a brand new candle. So I've been burning that one like crazy, trying to get me another Bird of Paradise is their best candle. I used
Yeah,
to
that
burn
one
it
you
in my
got for
truck all
us,
the time. Huh?
that Bird of Paradise one you got for us for our anniversary, it smells good.
That's right. We did give y'all one. I forgot about that.
I could
Awesome
get up and
smelling
go find it,
candle.
but I'm not going to.
Like the smell like lasts a long time and it's not overpowering, but it smells wonderful. Like people come in our house all the time and they're all like, "Man, it smells good in here." And that's the secrets out the bag. It's those Circle E candles my wife buys. Uh, she thinks my tractor's sexy. Look at that. We got some Texas going on now. Do you keep your top bunk up or down? Up makes it roomy. Down, you can give you more storage. Tennessee, up or down with your top bunk?
My top bunk always stays down.
And mine's always up. because I've had so many students hit their head on it. It's not funny. You know what? I take that back. It's up most of the time, but sometimes my TV's kind of ghetto, I would say. I ratchet strapped it over there, and sometimes if it slides forward a little bit and it'll start hitting the cabinet and making this horrible sound, so sometimes I just reach up there and shut it. So like the top of the TV's on that bunk, so it's not rattling, like rubbing that cabinet in the front. So sometimes it's down. Most of the time mine's up. Khan says, but why would you want to change trainers if the first teaches you everything you want to know? Exactly. And I believe we have more good TNT trainers than we do bad. If I had to put an average on it, I would say about 97% of the trainers are good, and then the other 3% is bad. So you know, I think most of them are good. Greenwich Trucking says, "Who's the first trainer is teaching everyone? The students don't know what everything is." That's right. Yeah, even in 50K miles, you can't teach somebody everything there is to learn about trucking. That's why it's great to have a good community. I'm gonna make a video about my community, and I'm gonna try to do is get little video clips of each person in my community that I can, and have them all say something like what they bring to the table or something, add a video together and post it of my team. She thinks my tractor is sexy. 50K team miles or trainee has to show 500 hours of driving. What you think of that, Tennessee?
Well, I think it should be, well, depending on, I don't know. I couldn't really answer that.
So let's see. 500 hours times, we'll say 50, say you average 55 miles per hour equals 27,500 miles if you're averaging 55. So that's pretty much the 30K miles right there. That would be good for anybody that said their trainer's not letting them drive, I guess. Slowpoke says, my first trainer was loud and sat next to me, trying to teach me how to do everything from the passenger seat. But my second trainer was more patient and got out of the truck, allowing me to drive. Got out of the truck. I'm guessing he meant to the back of the truck to sleep. Oakdale, what's up, buddy? Bo says, what's up? Scale House pro tip, drive at night so they are closed. You know what? I'll tell you something that I heard just the other day about scales. I don't know, Tennessee. You might have heard this too. I've never heard it till the other day, but a driver was telling me when you're going across a scale and your tandems are too heavy, what you do is you go the normal speed over the weight in motion. Well, right before the drives get to it, you speed up. So you got all the momentum of all the stuff going forward. And then right before the tandems touch it, you let off the pedal to let it, all the stuff lean forward to make sure your weights are right. I was all like, that is freaking nonsense. 60 miles per hour and you're doing all of that in like this, like moving that fast, going through those scales. I don't know. I just can't get it. Dang, 5 likes. We're doing horrible. Switching trainers from Tennessee flatbedder to twisted. Is that twisted scare me? Ray says, awesome. I'll let the recruiter know your driver code. Awesome, Ray. Appreciate it. Legend, what's your favorite type of glass? Tennessee?
Grass.
Grass. Oh, it says grass. Tennessee.
It would have to be probably bluegrass or fescue.
Yeah, I was thinking fescue too, but only like don't like here's where it's weird because in Texas we grow Bermuda grass, right?
Oh,
Bermuda
I forgot
grass, you know it,
about Bermuda.
huh?
Said I forgot about Bermuda.
Okay. But Bermuda grass is like our grass in Texas, West Texas. It doesn't rain much, it doesn't need much water. Stuff grows in sand, whatever. It grows. So whenever I moved to Missouri, I was all like, man, this grass is nice over here. This is nice thick grass. You know, it's not growing the same as Bermuda. And then I saw like some Bermuda grass on the side. I was all like, hey, look at all that Bermuda grass. And they're all like, that's a weed, man. You got to get that out your yard before it takes over. And I'm all like, what? That's good grass right there. Look how green it is because it actually getting watered out here. Yeah, that's funny. That's my story with the Bermuda grass. Slowpoke, did he only teach from the passenger seat 100% of the time? What is the most dangerous trucking route? Probably one in another country. Because I've seen some bad roads in other countries because they don't have the funding to fix the roads over there. Uh, Twisted, where's the gas? No flames near the gas. Yeah, we don't use gas to light candles. My wife already told me no. I tried to get some flamethrowers in this room, like with some propane tanks and stuff. I was all like, I said, wouldn't it be cool if whenever a super chat went off, these big fireballs shot up all over the back of the room, like four of them, boom, 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 boom. I said, that would be awesome. And like, yeah, I got shot down on that. She said, not in the house. You will burn down the house. And I was all like, but it would be so cool. And yeah. So I'm not allowed around fire, by the way. Greenwich says, "Is your wife trying to tell you that you stink? Maybe, maybe you need a deodorant." No, like we buy a lot of candles. Trust me. I hope not. No violence, no violence. That will get you fired. That will get you terminated. Like no violence. If it's getting to that point, it's time to get off that truck and then as soon as you get off that truck, you better be on the phone with the fleet manager, night dispatch, whoever. Let them know what's going on. Send emails to the recruiter or send email. Yeah, you can send emails to recruiter, send emails to fleet manager, send emails to anyone you got to email to, messages on your Prime app, all that stuff. We do not want it getting physical. Right, Tennessee?
Oh yeah.
9 likes. Better. It's become a mutual love-hate relationship. I needed miles and he needed money. Jeff says, advice to flatbed students. If you don't have your hands on every load, you need a new trainer. When you get your own, you are going to realize that TNT doesn't teach you to be solo drivers or solo
but
driver.
the thing is, you're still going to be out there on some loads that you never touched with your trainer. So it's still
That's what he's
learn
saying.
how to do it. What's that?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying make sure that you get out there and do as much as you can because when you hit solo, there's going to be some stuff you've never seen before. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. I've had some students say they've touched coils their whole time and never touched a purlin load that's a building, and it's a puzzle trying to strap that thing down.
23 watchers and 1 like. We need more likes. So since Pegleg said it, we're going to roll his footage.
Hey everybody, hit that like button, borrow my leg to smash that ding dong bell. Oh, and if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too.
Hit that like button.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it, Peg
Rock
Leg.
that thing like a hurricane.
Oakdale Reefer Holler says we need Peg Leg to tell us to hit that like button. Tennessee, are you subscribed to Oakdale Reefer Holler?
Yes, I am.
Did you watch his latest video?
Not yet.
Racist. You gotta watch his newest video, man. Never mind then. I can't even talk to you about it because you haven't seen it yet. Did you see his chaining video, I should ask?
Not yet.
Oh, you gotta watch his chaining video. He did an awesome job on it. Like, it's freaking great. I think he has over, I think he's at like 160 or more views on it already.
We've got a super chat coming through.
Uh-oh. It hasn't came up yet.
Yeah.
I see it. It just
Right
hasn't
there.
come up on this one. We got the super chat from Hans, a $10 super chat. Question for the Tennessee. Do you ever do oversized loads? And if you do, does Prime pay extra for that?
See, most of us drivers for Prime as flatbed don't do oversized loads.
Keep going. Do you get paid extra if you do?
I wouldn't know. I haven't done one yet.
How about what's it called whenever it's too tall?
Oversized.
What's it called when it's too long?
Oversized.
I thought there was different names.
No.
I thought there was too wide, too high, and then too long. There was different names for them. No.
When it's too wide, it's a wide load.
Okay,
That's
so there's
probably
wide
what they
load. How about wide load?
No, we don't haul anything over the width of our beds. And if we do, it's usually lease drivers that pull them.
Why lease drivers?
Ask Rob Lowe that.
Because those company drivers ain't qualified for that wide load stuff. No, I don't know.
Turn that down.
She thinks my tractor is sexy. Twisted has a candle. Thought he's not allowed around open flames. You see the sign over there? You see the sign over there? See that? That tells me what to do in case of fire. It says, in case of fire, freak out and run like hell. That's what it says. So I know what to do now. Last time I was on fire, I didn't freak out and run. I pretty much walked out of the fire, and then I realized that I was pretty burnt, and I walked straight through the house, out the freaking front door, and then I started checking myself out because I was like, there's kids back here and stuff like that. I got to go get out of here because I see skin pilling up everywhere. It was not good. What's up, avocado? Hans
Got
says,
another
I
super
laughed.
chat.
Oh. Well, let me read this one. Han says, I laugh if he burns his beard again. I'll tell you something after the super chat right here. We got a super chat from Rod. Can I visit y'all at the Springfield campus? We hit the Costco there monthly. Yeah, like if you're in town, hit us up and maybe we can meet up, go get lunch or something. If you're staying at the campus, we can go over to the Fire and Ice, eat something, you know? Definitely. What you think, Tennessee?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I laugh if he burned his beard. So the first time I set my beard on fire, it was with one of those candles. I was in my truck and my student was climbing up on top bunk, so I moved the candle. It was on the little table right there, and I moved the candle and I was holding it, and he climbed up there and he said, "Where's the forks?" And I'm laying back in my bed, like almost like this, and I'm holding the candle. He's like, "Where's the forks?" I said, "They're right there in that cabinet," and leaned forward right over the candle. Beard caught on fire. I was all like, "Pa pa pa pa." So I like had this big chunk out of the middle missing for a while. It was like in the middle, it was like this. And when the wind would blow, it would just go, and it would look like that when the wind was blowing. And it was just freaking annoying. And I ended up having to cut it even and all that fun stuff. And then just 2 days ago, I almost set my beard on fire. Maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I was outside grilling some steaks. It was February 21st. I was out there grilling some steaks, and like I was trying to get the grill lit, and it wasn't getting hot enough. Fire needs oxygen, so I was like, I'm just gonna blow some air in here and get it lit up. And my beard ended up going inside the grate a little bit, and I was like, oh no, so I almost set it on fire the other day. Hit the like button. Yeah, St. Augustine grass. That's good stuff. What's the biggest fridge that fits in a Peterbilt, Thomas?
I'm not sure what the biggest fridge is that fit in a Peterbilt. I drive a Freightliner, and that's a 29 cubic inch.
You never measured the Peterbilt?
I have not been in a Peterbilt to measure it. Especially when I have been in a Peterbilt, I didn't have a measuring tape with me.
You're a flatbedder. You're always supposed to have a measuring tape on your belt.
No, I don't do construction anymore.
As far as I know, Peterbilt still has the cabinet refrigerator. I have not seen the 2023 or the 2024 truck, but I know anything before that was still the cabinet Peterbilt official refrigerator. 21 in chat and 14 likes. Hit that like button. Jeffrey says flatbed boot camp. Is that the first year solo lease? No. Tennessee, explains flatbed's boot camp?
So boot camp would be one day talking about the different types of securement with Fletcher there in Springfield. The second day would be hands-on, learning what the different types of way to throwing your straps and securing that load is what I've gotten the gist of it.
Does everybody have to take that class?
Everybody that's flatbed that upgrades in their own truck, they have to.
They have to. Oakdale, yeah, that chaining video was fun. That chaining video was a lot of work. And, dude, I never knew how hard it was to edit videos with 2 different cameras and stuff. And I learned a lot. And I was like, man, I could have made this so much better. It makes me want to buy like 5 or 6 cameras and like have different views and start bouncing them around. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it was pretty hard. And my video, I completely messed it up. So I released it to the 1 year, the channel members. I released it to the channel members and said, hey, here, y'all can watch this, because there's a big old spot in the middle of that video that is nothing but dead space. It's like 3 minutes video, blank spot for like 8 minutes, and then the rest of the video. Never even realized it till I posted it on another site. So I deleted it from most places, but I put it on there. My chaining video will not release until December the 5th, I think. But yeah, make sure y'all check out that video on Oakdale's channel. It's pretty good. Han says, are outside carriers allowed to park on the street next to the terminal and visit you folks inside the terminal? Not inside the terminal. Like they can park, you can park. They don't want anyone parking on that street, but it's like I see trucks that are going to what's that place? Harvest.
Harvest Foods.
Harvest Foods. Yeah, if you're from another company and like you want to stop here, like something like that, Hans, if you're gonna park here, you let me know when you're gonna get here. I'll tell you where the come and go is. You can park right there. I'll come pick you up. We'll go hang out or something. Simply Avocado says we need to do a video on the new leg attachment. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo the like, comment, and subscribe video with a new leg in it. Jeffrey Huff says, consider going to Texas Regional. I've been able to speak with several guys now on the road. Home time every weekend, but it's a bit 1,000 less per week. It's a bites. Less than 1,000. So you'll be losing some money, is what you're saying. Oh, look, his next. It's about 1,000 less per week. Okay. Simple Plan Trucking. Greetings from Minneapolis, Tennessee. You remember when we did the video with him and his wife?
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun video. I would like to do that again. Simply Avocado says, so if a truck carrying a huge driver, is that a wide load or an oversized load? Tennessee?
I don't know. I don't have to pull a whole permit for that one. What, you gonna kiss me on the forehead?
I was trying to. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Do you wave at other prime drivers out on the road? I don't like to, but I'm going to say yes because I know if I say no, then people are going to take pictures of my truck on Facebook or post it to Facebook. Hey, look at this prime truck. He didn't wave when he drove by. And first thing I'm thinking is how they take a picture of that. Like, you know, if you're looking at me to wave at you and I didn't wave, so you took a picture of me, were you ready with your camera the whole time? But anyways, I wave most of the time. Tennessee, you wave at every prime truck you see?
Every flatbedder I see. And occasionally I'll wave at a reefer driver, but I passed 2 of them on Tuesday and neither one of them waved back. So
the reefer guys?
Yep.
It's because you're flatbed. You're not important.
And they were
enough to
both
wave
in lightweights. Headed down 90 or 59.
Well, they were upset they were in lightweights. It was probably their first load. Next is sliding tandems. Yes. I'm down. Odell, when you come back, we'll do the sliding tandems video. Like, I'm down for that too. Dude, it is raining, thundering, and lightning out there like crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't lose my power again.
Well, you're on a laptop. Well, no, internet.
My internet
Han
would
says,
shut
nah,
off.
I just passed the slow prime drivers. Bo says, can a reefer driver attend the flatbed class just for knowledge? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, you might be able to. Like, I just went up and started talking to the guy one time. I didn't even know, to be fair, I did not know he was giving a class out there. I just seen like this group of people like messing around with this flatbed trailer over at Prime East, and I had my students dropping the trailer, and there was people sitting in chairs. No, it wasn't Prime East. It was over at that was the tanker class I was thinking about, but I walked up to that one too on accident. The flatbed class, it was at the campus, and they had a trailer over there, and I just walked up and I started talking to them. I'm all like, hey, what y'all doing over here? They're all like, we're finding out how to strap this stuff. I was like, so how do you strap this stuff? And I was talking to them, and I was all like, did not even realize that they were in the middle of their class. And I was like, oh crap. And then the reefer class, the tanker class, bro, it looks bad when the tanker guys are out there, Tennessee. I'm telling you. For some reason, they take they're all sitting in chairs out there. Like, I don't know where they get these chairs from, but they bring these chairs outside. So whenever I'm going over there to drop a trailer or something like that, my students are all like, and I'm kind of like the same thing. I'm all like, why is there all those people sitting in chairs out there? But they sit in chairs, and like, I guess the tanker guy gives them the class on it and shows them how to run the pumps and stuff like that. But they have chairs out there. They're all sitting in chairs. Like, a couple of them are standing, but there's a lot of them are sitting in chairs, and I'm all like, dang, is the tanker guys like more lazy than the reefer guys? Do they need chairs? Like, I think the reefer guys would have been at least able to stand up and take our load lock safety class. Or is that what it is? Like, if you can't put the load locks in the trailer, you go tanker. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but the tanker still got to stand out inside the cold and all that, so I don't think that would be it either.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, every time they have that class over there, there's at least three people sitting in chairs out there. I'm all like,
well, I know we got 2 tankers that we know that we can ask that question. One of them hopefully will be on this channel soon.
yeah, for sure. I hope so too. Backwood says, I saw a prime lightweight today in Minneapolis. I hate that word right there. Montana.
Montana.
He let me look inside of it, and I'd surely drive one. Yeah, the lightweights are not bad trucks. Greenwich says, members get all the trash videos. I feel violated. Ouch. Ouch. My bad. Next time I'll put something good in there. Avocado says, prime trucks need that slow children at play sign on their trailers.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that would be. I was thinking the same thing. Bermuda grass is called hay. Slowpoke says, Tennessee, I got a buddy that wants to come to Prime. He's a CDL and has been driving lowboy for a rental company. What's the training process for him?
So he's actually going to go through a eval type of test where he's going to have to learn how to or demonstrate that he can back either between 2 trailers over in a parking space, do 2 types of pre-trip and a drive after getting 10 hours worth of drive time with a trainer.
And then TNT process.
Yeah, and then the TNT process.
Simply Avocado says, Pete, come with their own fridge, and the one that I don't like. Hold on. Pete's come with their own fridge, and the ones that don't, I think, and don't quote, it's a 3.1. You had me jumping through hoops on that one. You should have just said, I think the Pete's that don't have refrigerators in them are the 3.1. Tim, what's going on, Tim? I met Tim. Tennessee, you met Tim too. Just got to the 90 in Fort Smith, Arizona. Hi to all. How's it going, man? Enjoy Arizona, Fort Smith. Is that Walmart that takes forever? Hopefully you get some good detention pay if it is. Slowpoke TNT says, God, that thunder was loud. Could you hear that through the mic?
Oh, yeah.
That thunder was loud. I almost jumped.
I just heard it just now over here.
Really?
Yeah.
That thing was loud. Simple Plan Simple Simple Plan has a good tax video up. Let's do a video called sometime. We can talk about teaming with your husband slash wife. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. So you want to come on a live is what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? I'm down to have you on the stream for a live. I really am talking about like you could have like the husband and wives ask questions and you can answer them. Like, yeah, I would definitely be down for you to come on a live sometime. He said yes. I'm down for that. Backwoods, what happened to the big bug shield prime trailers you used to have on the back of them? Those big flaps. So they what they were tails is what they were for better fuel. They found out that they didn't have to be that long to save fuel. They found out that they could be this long and they work the same. So they're shorter now. Oakdale says I'm at home in Louisiana trying to run. I hope it does. Hope it does. I didn't get to wash my truck. Trucking Journey says I drove some crazy storms in Dallas. I drove through some crazy storms in Dallas. Pretty sure right outside of a tornado. Yeah, man, I did that one time in San Antonio. I drove and it was bad out there, and it ends up that there was a tornado there, and that's probably why it was so bad. So I've done that too. Like it's a mess whenever it's raining that hard. Han says, I have a lot of respect for flatbedders. They have to work outside in any kind of weather and strap and tarp their loads.
Most of the places we have to we have to tarp the load. If it's a water sensitive load, they have us tarping inside. So we're not outside tarping, but we are outside untarping sometimes. And like I said, if it's water sensitive, we still back into a dock and untarp it, and then they take it off of us.
He said Thomas put his Patreon in there, so he said, if you respect me, what is it? Buy me a
coffee, Red Bull, anti-murdering juicy juice.
Cajun says, I never got a reefer load locks. I never got a reefer load locks training. I want to do one, but I need to go over the road if I'm going to do one. I don't think it would look good if I tried to put load locks on tires. But we don't have a class for load locks, unfortunately. Oh, wait. I think I can rob one of my videos of some footage of putting in load locks. I think a long time ago, I was doing like a video log style format videos, and I think that I have some video of putting in load locks. So, if I can find it, if I go through my old videos, I might still have it. Simply Avocado says, Fletcher said you can if you talk to your fleet manager, but you won't get paid to attend it. So if you're a reefer, you can talk to your dispatcher and get put in there, or your fleet manager, but you're not going to get paid to attend it. So, Bo, you can go to it. How do we donate to at Tennessee Flatbed? Oh, is that why you put that in there?
Yep, that's why I posted that.
No problem. Where's everyone heading to? Tomorrow I'll be heading to somewhere by St. Louis.
I'll be on the pad. I've got a test in the morning.
test tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yep.
How many are you testing tomorrow?
I've got one testing.
And then after that?
Then I've got 2 to train. Hopefully I'll get a third one.
Look at Tennessee. He's over there working hard.
Trying. It's the
Not
name of
as
the game.
hard as she thinks my tractor's sexy. That dude's a beast, man. I think he has 10 students out there. I was in there the day he told Steve, he's all like, I'll take 10 students. Actually, he was all like, I said, what you doing? He said, I'm waiting on Steve to give me a student. I said, Steve, give him 10. He's all like, oh yeah, Russell, she thinks my tractor's sexy. He said, oh yeah. He goes, you can handle 10 students? And he was all like, I guess, yeah, I can handle 10. And I was like, yep, give him 10. So he always has 10 students now. He can handle it too. He's been doing work over there. 10 students at a time. That pays for all of his name changing on YouTube. That's how he affords that too. Did you know that, Tennessee?
What's that?
I didn't think
I was
you
trying
were
to read
paying
his
attention.
question, so. And then you just popped it
Oh,
off.
my bad. Tennessee, what is the thing staring at us? It's on top of the brown curio that's on your back wall. It looks like a white with black eyes.
So that's Captain Spaulding from House of a Thousand Corpses,
Oh, I thought
Devil's
you were about to,
Rejects, and 3 from Hell.
thought you were about to forget the name of the movies.
Nope.
Don't you think?
That's Rob Zombie. You think I'm going to forget about Rob Zombie?
What's his line? What's his line? What's his most favorite line?
What's wrong? You don't think clowns are funny?
Jeffrey says, pick it up in Waco. Coming from home time, then delivering just west of Denver on Monday. What was that? I can't hear you. Oh, he muted himself. That must have been his phone call. His girlfriend was calling. Han says, I'm heading to Hurricane West Virginia and then Salem, Virginia. Hans, you've been all over the place, man. What happened to you being up in the Northwest, man? You over the road trucking now. Heading to Portland, Oregon. Prayers appreciated. Yeah, it starts like my worst states to go to in the wintertime is pretty much Oregon, Ohio, and Oklahoma. I've been in some bad weather in all 3 spots. And, Oregon was bad. Ohio was super bad. And then Oklahoma, they just didn't do nothing to the roads for a while. So I went right through there. It was not good.
I am back.
I can tell.
No, that was the old lady. She was calling. Let me know she's on her way home from work.
Oh, I forgot she's working late now. You have to give her a foot rub when she gets in.
It's a possibility.
Portland, Oregon, missed the snow. Simple plan. I watch all your videos. Slowpoke says, be careful, simple plan. You're the captain. Yeah, he is the captain for sure. They don't call him Captain Dave for nothing. That was his name before. Like, I thought that his channel was going to be called Captain Dave for the longest time. Check out the highway. Some of them were shut down. Yeah. Simple Avocado says, wait, you said back it under the dry area. I call bull. Flatbedders can't or don't back.
All right, I guess you didn't know how to do anything then, Avocado.
He was on your truck, man. He would
Yeah.
know. Is the truth coming out that Tennessee Flatbedder's not backing whenever he does loads with his students? Was that what happened, Tennessee? Did you not do a good job backing with him or something?
I guess he still passed his test, and
God.
I guess Flatbed just does mediocre shit. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Stab to the heart. Tennessee ain't playing that. Hey, I've seen you back. You're good at backing. Yeah, that was not funny. Tennessee, what's the TNT pay like for TNT students?
I never really paid attention to all of that.
What?
Yeah, I haven't got the whole rundown of everything, so I haven't paid attention to it.
I texted right to you.
Yeah, and I didn't understand it, and I was waiting for you to explain it to me that day when you got back to the pad, and you never did.
I made a video.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Guys, Tennessee's not watching our videos no more. Like, you haven't seen Oakdale's video. You haven't seen my video. Haven't seen. Have you seen Simple Plans Trucking latest video? He's all into bush crafting.
Yeah,
I said it
that's
right?
a lot of it.
Yeah, he's all about the bush. Greenwich says, should have focused with a little more on the truck maintenance than backing with Sam. Oh, what'd you think, Tennessee?
Well, it wasn't his fault he got a Peterbilt.
Yes, it was. He was bragging and flexing on that Peterbilt.
Yeah, I was trying to give him some heads up on that one.
He's like, yeah, I got a Peterbilt. I got a Peterbilt. I'm the Peterbilt guy. Boom, in the shop. You know, what you like, Peterbilt, Freightliner, International, whatever. Just give me the truck that does not break down, please.
Got a super chat.
Pegleg says, with the $5 super chat, Sam the Avocado, do you make me put hair where it doesn't belong? What? Han says, don't feel bad. I ain't watched all the Twisted videos either. Yeah, I put out too many. I think probably people don't even catch all my videos because I put out so many it's not funny. I need to slow down some and not put out as many. But I'm having fun making them. I don't know, Tennessee, is it fun making videos?
Oh, I love it. I really do.
So
Granted, it don't take me takes me forever to get a video out, but I love doing them.
Yeah, I got some ideals too. We need to do some videos. Soulpoke TNT, I was told by Stripes and stuff, I can only use Soulpoke Rodriguez on my truck as a tribute. I can't put it on a ball cap or coffee cups. Uh-oh. What you got to do is make... Well, no, it wouldn't be Slowpoke. Dang, man, that's not good. Because I was liking the ideal of it. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, since I put 3 hours ago, I put a video up and only 12 views. Did we lose Twisted? Or did my stuff freeze? Oh, Twisted was doing stuff in the background.
See, he's doing videos.
Oh, so he's gonna make us all watch it.
No, it's 30 minutes long. I'm just saying, like, hey, look, there's a video. What's that thing at the top of the screen up there?
To that?
Yeah, what's that thing at the top of the screen up there?
Where?
Right there. Oh, you
I
can't
don't
see it because of the...
Yeah, I
Let me
can't see.
take
You
that
got
off.
your QR code in front of it.
That thing right there.
Oh, that's a 19. That's Harmony's
it's
19th birthday thing.
Okay, it's backwards, so I can't read it.
Yeah.
My bad. But it just proves to you that Tennessee is making videos. Oh my gosh, you're
There's
still
some pretty
playing
good
over
stuff
here.
in that video too.
You're still playing. There we go. So Tennessee is making videos. Now you got 4 views and another thumbs up. And it's playing in the background on my computer right now, muted. So I'm not messing up your algorithm. Skeletor says, someone posted that Prime ended the fuel surcharge. What? Yeah, I don't think that's
that posted that.
I don't think that that's true. Gotta have a fuel surcharge. Han says, I don't get Tennessee's videos notifications on YouTube. How do you do it, Tennessee? Do you ring the bell?
You got to hit that bell and then hit all.
There you go. Tim says, is it better to have more weight on your tandems or your drive tires? I believe that it's more weight on your drives is better. Tennessee, how are you thinking about it?
I try to balance it out to begin with. If anything, more on your drives, it helps out with the fuel.
If you watch, there was a video where they had like a little truck and it was like on a conveyor belt and they had these weights on it and it had like a long trailer behind it. And what they did is they put the weights on the front of the trailer and they like tapped the side of it and it didn't lose control. It swerved back and forth, but it didn't lose control. Then they took the weights and they put it on the back of the trailer and they like pushed the back of the trailer over and that thing was losing control everywhere. So like I watched that video and I was like, definitely more weight on the drives. Also, more weight on the drives is more traction on the drives. Tennessee's absolutely right. Like the more you even it out, kind of the better fuel mileage you're gonna get, you know. So either way, what works best for you, do what works best for you. I think that is safer on there to me, you know. I think so. I can see Tennessee only. Kevin says, sorry I didn't call your answer your call earlier, man. I was taking a nap at the receiver. It's all good, man. I was just calling to see how you were doing. Especially in the winter time. So at Tim says, I like it on my drives, especially in the winter time. Yeah, and that's another thing. Wintertime, I think it's better on the drives. Now, not an extreme amount. Like I wouldn't go extreme amount on it, but I would, if I had to put extra somewhere, I would rather it be on my drives too. Greenwich says I would be rather heavier on the drives than the tandems. You know what? Let's throw it in a poll. Tennessee, you read that next question, or here, Tennessee, there's a question for you.
Bumped into Twisted today. The man, myth, the legend is. You really wanted me to read. How did I start reading it out?
Sounds good. Keep on. Start over. I like to hear it again. Start over.
Start over.
Yeah.
He dumped on Twisted today when Twisted said he was that driver was the man, the myth, the legend, and really took a break from his students.
Bumped into Twisted D today. The man, the myth, the legend is real and taking a break with students. He exists in real life.
And we
I
got a super
appreciate it.
chat.
I appreciate it, man. Oh, don't rain on my parade. You don't rain on my parade right now. We're reading that again. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it was cool meeting you right in front of the Plaza building. I just didn't like I was in a hurry to try to get on a drive and get it done before the rain, or I would have stayed longer and talked to you. Sometimes I talk too much, but let's go ahead and see what this super chat says. It's gonna be Jeff with a $5 super chat. Sounded like Twisted was drinking out of a toilet. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Gotta say, I like that color combination on your hat. The best of any so far. Oh, you like the blue and the green? I think this was the first one I ordered from the merch store. My only thing is it's not a fitted hat. I like fitted hats. Still trying to type out this poll. It would help if I knew how to spell better. There, we asked the community, more weight on the drives or more weights on the tandems. So we're going to find out what everyone's opinion is. Backwoods says, I like to get my even as I can on the truck and trailer because it rides better, but it's hard to do that with a 50-foot spread axle flatbed. Tennessee, harder to do with the spread axle?
Well, you have to pretty much tell the shipper where the center of that 53-foot center is, because sometimes it's not always our center marker light. It's a little bit past that center marker light. But if you're going into California or New York, you have to have that spread shut. So then it would be on that marker light.
So it's all about how they load it.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think on how flatbed and reefer. You guys have it spread it out weird. That's why you have to slide your tandems all a lot. Ours is pretty much spread out between the whole thing, and we get loaded from the sides versus from the back.
Yeah. So how do you know where the center point is on each trailer?
So on our 48s, our center marker light is center of the trailer. On our 53s, that center marker light's supposed to be center of our trailer, but our flatbed or our step decks, it actually changes. The center is actually, I think, a foot or a half a foot past backwards of that center marker light. It's been a minute since I've had to find center on a step deck, so.
He spelled tandems wrong. Tandoms. Ah. You did. John Green says, Twisted, is that girl prime driver still with the company that was going wrong way on the highway? John Green, I actually don't know. Like I was I don't know if she was still hired or not. I highly doubt it, but I don't I have no idea. The whole thing was not good. Like it extremely dangerous. Um yeah, the whole thing was not good. I don't I watched the video and I don't even understand it. I'm all like my question is, was she trying to get to the next, like, I guess it would be on ramp to make it into an off ramp to get back off the highway so she could, I guess, turn and then get on the right I just don't know. The whole thing was a bad
All right.
situation. Tennessee, you know?
I have no clue if she is or not. I did hear that she was caught traveling for a long distance going the wrong way
Like if I'm going in grocery shopping, no, I just want to get in and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
before the
I'm-
cops got her. So
I just know it wasn't good. I feel for her, but I
Yeah.
feel for her, like, she was in a lot of trouble. But I just don't get how it happened, because most of the time they have signs on both sides of the road that say do not enter.
It's one of those cappuccinos, and it's fruity pebble milk. So
Side of the tandem's back to help the heavy crosswinds seems to help steering.
yeah,
Heavy crosswinds. Well, if you slide them back, that's putting more weight on the drives. So I would kind of agree with that. Right now, the poll is 92% says the drives, 8% says the tandems. So, and that's 13 votes. Slowpoke says on the drives, pulls better. The load I got right now is 33/31. So 33,000 on the drives and 31 on the tandems, and it pulls nice. 23 likes and 20 in chats. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Says, do you have a preference on who has the best fuel? Loves TA, Pilot, Saps Brothers, or others? What is that one? Circle K, I think. Circle K. They're always trying to send me to that Circle K. You know which one I'm talking about? Tennessee, up there by
the one in Illinois.
Yeah, it's like right before you get to Springfield, Illinois. Now I can't think
Yeah.
of the town it's in.
So I just got changed. I'm gonna find me something to eat.
I can't think of it.
You know,
Can't think of it right now.
I love you too, and I will talk to you.
But they're always trying to send me there. John Green says, okay, she admits she knew she was wrong way to get somewhere. Yeah, that right there killed me. She even said, like, I know I'm going the wrong way on the highway. Like, don't keep going then. Don't keep going. I just don't get it. John Green says, anyway, I bet a B was just. Anyways, John was just curious if she got to keep her job or not. Hans, it was road construction, was it not, that she was on? I don't think it was road construction. I didn't see no road construction on the video. Pegleg says, my new profile picture is my new leg. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look,
Oh,
it
that's
is
nice.
different. I liked it better laying on the ground, but it's still cool. It's nice and new. I liked it better laying on the floor. John Green says, on the wind situation, at the wind speed, should you stop your... What's the wind? What's the wind speed you should stop your truck and not drive? There's not like I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not I don't have a certain number like there's not a certain number. It's more like by my gut instinct. So if I feel like because every trailer you're gonna have is gonna have a different weight, stuff like that. Wind is one of my biggest fears on the road, really. Wind is an invisible force that can come and tip you over, even if you're parked on the side of the highway. If I start feeling like the wind is too bad, I just pull over and call it a day. Like, I'm not going to play with the winds, especially in the wintertime. Wind plus ice equals bad stuff. But I think like anything, when you're getting up to the 60 mile per hour and higher than that, like, that's some strong wind. What do you think, Tennessee?
Well, we really don't have to fight the wind like you guys do as much. I mean, our cab gets kicked around a little bit, but we don't have to worry about what's on our trailer.
So you never stop no matter what the wind's like?
Didn't have to so far.
You go through Wyoming much?
Oh, yeah.
Just wonder. Asking for a friend. Han says, but occasion if you're heavy, like 70,000 pounds, crosswinds ain't gonna do much. I'm at 34, 32. So that's heavier on the drives. Construction or not, she should have known she was going the wrong way. Yeah. And I think that in my opinion, if they took her CDL, I would not feel bad about it because what she did was extremely dangerous. I don't know. Either way, like I feel bad for her. Yeah, either way, she loses her CDL. Like, if she lost her CDL, then she's not at prime no more, and that's the main thing I was saying. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Says this the Circle K is Auburn, Illinois exit 82. There it is. That's right, because whenever I go to it, I'm always like, it's the same exit that I take to get back to the terminal. It's kind of weird. I'm always buying. I always buy fuel at exit 82. Period. So it's either at that Circle K or it's at the terminal. Always exit 82 is where I get my fuel.
But you got to have an A to the end of that too.
I'm not hearing that right now. I'm just saying it's at it's mile marker 82. Then is that better? Mr. Technical one has to have an A. Is that better? 82 mile marker.
There you go.
Bad experience at Circle K last time I fueled at less than 1 gallon per minute. Clark said it's because it was cold. It was 53. Whoa. Another thing about right now, I don't know if y'all check into, like, I watch a ton of stuff on trucking. I really do. I watch too much stuff on trucking. I'm on a whole bunch of channels and a whole nother level of watching trucking stuff. And I'm going to tell you what's going on right now is a lot of fuel stops are having bad gas or bad fuel. They're having bad fuel. You hear that? Bad gas? They're having bad fuel. Yeah, I know, man. So there, a lot of people are having problems with buying fuel at a lot of different places, and it's causing issues with trucks. And from what I'm understanding, is most of the time you can get that bad fuel out pretty much by putting the diesel treatment in it and running, like, I think they said put the diesel treatment in it for, I think it's like 10,000 miles or something like that, and that'll take care of it. But you're gonna have some lights on your truck. It's going to act funny, stuff like that. I ended up with some fuel in my truck that wasn't so good one time, and the Freightliner had the lights come on and the screen said, turn the truck off now, there's water in the fuel. And I was like, what? I just kept on driving it. It finally went off, but that's beside the point. It still went off. No, I'm kidding. No, I took it to a shop and they took a look at it, and then not too long ago on the pad, but I don't count it. But I had to get my truck jumped off, and after I jumped it off, like I had it started, and it said the same thing. It said water in the fuel, turn off immediately, and I let the battery charge for a little bit. I wasn't driving it, so I let the battery charge for a little bit. I turned it off for a minute and then turned it back on, and it wasn't on no more. But the first time that happened, I took it to the shop, and they say, hey, it was just some bad fuel. Put some treatment in it for a little bit. When you buy the treatment, it treats 250 gallons. So just so you know. Oz says if a trailer is dog legging in another lane, that's too much wind.
Or you got a bad alignment.
Into the other lane?
I've seen trailers you guys pull sometimes that are dog legging something fierce, and it ain't no wind.
Dude, a lot of it is people that are not checking their mirrors very much. I'm telling you, a lot of it is people not checking their mirrors. See, y'all call it dog legging. See, we called it dog. I was told it was dog ear, but that works too. Tennessee, what's the hardest load you have to strap and tarp?
Strap and tarp would be basically steel buildings would be the puzzle pieces, and then tarp would be Cooper Beeline, for the fact that they're as tall as our trucks and sharper than a knife.
So you have to use all those edge protectors and stuff?
And moving blankets, and it still cuts through our moving blankets.
Oof. They can't dull it down some?
Huh?
They can't make it duller or anything?
It's aluminum.
Oh.
I was tarping one of the loads one time. Up there, tarping, had all the tarps done, got down, felt some cold wind blowing on my leg. I realized that it gashed my leg like that through my pants, cut a hole in my pants that long, and I had a cut that long on my leg. I didn't even feel it.
Sam Avocado says, when you wake up and you just feel like Hans. That's me today. So you must have been driving 90 miles per hour, bro. Christian Gomez says, best tip y'all both could give a rookie driver to become successful. Tennessee, you go first.
Why don't you go first?
Because you always say the same as you after I say something. So you go first. That way I can say the same as you.
The best tips we both can give a rookie driver to be successful. Pay attention to your speed and watch your appointment times and pre-plan that trip.
The best advice I can give any new driver to becoming successful out there is number one is going to be what a old school driver told me a long time ago. The guy had 35. I think he said he had 35 years of driving experience, and he was about to retire. He was doing some of his last loads, he was telling me, and I said, man, you must have been in some crazy accidents here and there, right? And he said, no, I've never been in an accident. And I was like, wow, I was involved in an accident where a car jumped over overpass and I hit it. And what he told me, I said, how have you never been in an accident? And he says, I watch far up the road. I check my mirrors a lot. I know everything around that's beside me, and I look behind me. in the mirrors. Look as far as I can down the road behind me, and I can make sure that I'm safe all around. It's about knowing your surroundings whenever you're driving, and that will keep you out of an accident. So that made me check my mirrors even more than I used to check them. So like I was like, that improved me a lot right there. And I feel like that's why I'm more of a safe driver now, is because he told me that, and I really took it to heart. And then the other thing he told me is he's like, don't ever be embarrassed to pull up or make somebody wait while you backed into a spot, or the same thing that Junior Honduras says right there. Best advice: get out and look. So he told me you can get out and look when you're backing in, and you can also get out and look when you're pulling up. If you're pulling out of somewhere and you don't know if you're gonna make it around something, then get out and look at it. Don't be embarrassed to do stuff like that. It's better to be safe than sorry, and that's the best advice. That, like, I took all that advice and that wisdom from that man, and I was like, that is great advice. Want to add on to that, Tennessee?
No, I'm good.
Han says, good night, Soulpoke. Thanks for stopping by. John Green says, thank everyone on the wind situation. Yes, the wind situation was 17 volts. All right, no, that's the weight. The tandems one. But yeah, John, if you're not feeling safe, pull over, call a night in the wind. Does Prime reimburse you for damage to the blankets and tarps, Tennessee?
That would be a no. That's why we own our property.
So
We have to fix them ourselves. And if we have Prime fix them, it's an hourly job. So
really? Pegleg says, Tennessee, I already know your worst place to pick up a load from, but Twisted, what's the worst place you ever picked up? Ooh, I don't know. The worst place I ever picked up from? Shoot, I don't know. Where?
Eco Shred.
No, it's not really somewhere I picked up from. I can't think about, like, picked up.
What is the worst place you've ever picked up a load from?
Dude, I don't know. I never really
That
had.
you would not ever go back to again.
I don't know. I would have to think about that for a while. John Green says, Twisted, you said pull over if the wind becomes dangerous. So what happens if that mighty delays your appointment time? If you don't feel safe to drive, then your fleet manager will reschedule that. So make sure that you let your fleet manager know also after you pull over. Hey Junior, I miss your training videos. Get out and look and stay humble, stay aware.
Well, I think he was trying to make
Thank you, God. Thanks, my tractor's sexy. Says, how many miles should a set of tires get? 10,000 miles, 100,000 miles, 1 million miles.
So no. What exactly he said.
It depends on how you drive on them, really.
Of yourself and what you actually.
Like an average set of tires. Where's the tire guy, Tennessee?
You're a 10, but
He's not a tire guy anymore.
So
Yeah,
He's
but
trailer
he should
maintenance
know-
now.
He should know how many each 32nd of an inch, how much time you have on it, or how many miles.
Is that like?
So each little mark is supposed to be 10,000 miles.
So a brand new tire measures at what?
I'm not sure what a brand new tire measures out at. Not right now.
Yeah, you hit us with that hard question. HP Foods are by far the worst of them all shippers. Yeah, I don't know who I would. I don't know who I would be the worst shipper, but HP Foods you say is pretty bad. Junior Honduras says roughly about 280K miles for the drives. The steers are about 200 miles, 200K miles. So, yeah, see, I'm a company driver, so like once they look bad, I take them in and get them replaced. But I don't know the exact how many. I know that if you turn slower, you can make your tread last longer, from what I understand. Um, if you're not
Yeah.
stop turning the wheel a whole bunch, like if you're not setting somewhere and turning the wheel a whole bunch, like say you're backing in, you got to turn it all the way, back up a little bit, turn it all the way. I hear that's damaging tires. Overinflation, underinflation, stuff like that. That will also affect your fuel mileage and stuff like that. So tires are very important.
What number she is. The majority of people are not going to say she's a 10 because she's
Does Prime supply you with patches and glue for your tarps, and do they change charge you for it? Do you
No, we get one can and a whole bunch of tarp patch material, and I think that just charges for the glue.
Okay, so that helps out at least.
But they don't tell you you're going to need a thing of talcum powder or baby powder to put on that patch after you've glued it.
Look at Junior, he's saving money. He got an extra so the average is 200K, so he's got 220 out of some steers, and he's got 285 off of some drives. So that's saving money on tires. Tires can be expensive. It's good. Greenwich Trucking says my steers have 180K on them right now with lots of tread left. Drives get about 300K. Drives get about 300K. So is the tip for keeping your tires in better condition, like checking the air pressure more, and also being able to turn slower and stuff like that? What is some of the tips to make your tires last longer? What's some of the tips do y'all have? What's the tire pressures whenever the tires are cold?
I get it that roll was a little, to me,
Peg leg, I don't even like filling up my tires unless I've drove on them for at least like 20, 30 miles, because I don't like filling them up whenever they're cold, because usually whenever mine get cold is, so you have your tire PSI we'll talk about the drives, 100 PSI on the drives, right? Whenever it's cold out there, they usually read about 95. Tennessee. Is that about right or no?
On what? Your drives or your steers?
Yeah, my drive, like your drives, they're like,
Yeah, your drives are about 95.
Well, whenever it's cold outside, it drops like 5-10 degrees, right?
Yeah, mine usually sit cold, even if I know they're at 95. They sit about 90.
You're set at 90. Okay, so you would have to figure out like how cold it is, because we're talking cold to make it change. Okay, Junior Honduras says checking air pressure, rotating alignment, fifth wheel greased as well. Wow, so there's a lot more that goes into it than I was thinking. Rotation and alignment. See, I should have got the alignment one. Rotation, I didn't even think about
every time you
rotation.
get the tires changed.
Do what?
You're supposed to get an alignment every time you change your tires.
And then fifth wheel grease as well. So I didn't even think about having the fifth wheel grease effect in it. 100 psi on drives. Oh, look, and steers are 110 psi.
I knew steers were 110.
Yeah, I did too. I was just reading it off because he put it in there. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Worst load I ever picked up was a load. Never mind. In Ontario, California, was put out of service for a week. Yeah, I bet you were. And Greenwich says drive slow, so that helps with tire wear. What is baby powder used for, Tennessee?
To put
For
on
babies?
No, you put it on the new patch after you put it on there, so it's not tacky anymore when you go to fold it back up. Because if you don't put baby powder on it and you fold that tarp up, when you go to pull it, open it back up, that tarp where you patched it is going to be stuck to the other tarp, the other side of itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, I learned something new. See, where's the video on that? That's like a pro tip right there because I didn't know about that.
It hasn't been warm enough since I've been doing this to do a tarp video on patching.
Also, get alignments when needed as well.
You better knock it off, Cricket.
On says he just subscribed to Backwoods. Looks like a cool channel you got. And Cajun One Driver says Prime doesn't rotate company's tires, but the tire shop says it would help.
Yeah, we have to ask.
Yeah, I was like, I went to the shop and got mine rotated before.
Yeah, we have to ask them. They don't do the force upsell like they do the lease drivers.
You know, a lot of times you just got to go to the company store, like cab filters. Go over there to the store and get your cab filters changed out. Like that's going to cut down on your sickness. It's going to make your truck, the air in your truck better. Like there's 5 filters that you need to change out for just the cab. Like you have the one in the engine, the one under did I say 5 filters? Okay. There's one in the engine. Right there on the side, there's one in the dash. There's one under the cabinet. There's 4. One under the bunk. 4 air filters for the in cab. Am I missing one? There's 4 of them.
Junior says there's 3 cab filters.
You got the one in the engine.
He just said 4.
So in the engine, they got this. It's a long one. Like you slide down the side, and the thing pops open. I just did a video on it. You put that in there. Then you got the one you pop off the panel. There's one there. Then you got the one under the cabinet. So you pull off the bottom cabinet one and put the one there, and then there's one under the bunk. So 4. Yeah, there's 4. 3 on the truck and 1 is for the APU.
Yeah, the one under your bunk is for the APU.
Yeah, the bunk heater or
the AC.
Yeah, the AC and
that's where your squirrel cage is. Dual squirrel cage is for pushing your air around for your APU or for your AC or for your regular air when you're running your bunk heater because your bunk heater is a separate fan.
Yeah. Whenever I got mine, it wasn't the right size. I had to cut it down though. I don't know. Yeah, the blue is the APU, and I had to cut mine down. It ended up being way too long, so I had to cut like about an inch off of it because it was too long. It was weird.
Oh,
Simply says Tennessee, which loads do you suggest blankets for, and with one layer be enough to protect your tarps?
Sometimes you can go away with one layer. Sometimes you have to do two, so you have to fold that blanket in half. Cooper Beeline and any Atlas tube, anything that's going to be a sharp edge on a pipe or aluminum, even coils, we have to use moving blankets on.
Okay, even coils.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you have to cut it down. So, Junior, thanks for all the help right there, man. You were a gem right there, a rock, man. You helped out. We're out of here though. We both have to be up in the morning. I gotta go on a load. Tennessee has a test early in the mornings. So we're out of here. Thanks everyone for stopping by, checking out the channel, and knowledge is power at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Tennessee, you got anything?
Make sure you go and check out my channel, like and subscribe, watch my videos, hit up my Patreon.
Watch those bushwhackers over there.